Hello guys, now bad news to Nigerians that are living here in Europe. For those of you that want to relocate back to Nigeria, you know some of us we say in the next 10 years we'll relocate back to Nigeria. In the next 5 years we are going back to Nigeria. So I have some bad news for you and I also have some good news for you. But I want us to first of all listen to this lady's video because she's in a particular situation and she needs answer. So I'll use this one to answer the bad news and the good news that I have for you guys. Just watch this video. Thank you.
Someone like me, I started working in this country at 23 years old. 23. So by the time I am 50, which is 25 years plus of work, I mean working my first contract from 23. By the time I'm 50, I should pack up and relocate back. So I beg, I want as that 25 years plus I don't work before I'm eventually to relocate back. I go see the money back. I be the money don't pay. I be we should not even collect pension retirement money. We should just work our ass up, pack our bag, relocate back to Africa and forget about the money. No one advised us, one of the advisors were because we don't know everything and we want to know. So people should answer me. If I pack my things and relocate back at 50, what happened to my 25 plus years I have worked in this country? But
now, some of us, we have worked for the past 15 years, for the past 10 years, for the past 5 years in the country that we reside here in Europe. And all these years of work, you have been paying contribution. You have been paying tax to the government. The last time I checked my own, I discovered that I have paid close to about 150,000 euro contribution to the government. That is with the government there. Some of you, the money that you have paid to the government, you have worked for the past 10 years could be like 100,000, 70,000 that is there. So what will now happen to this money when you want to go back now to Nigeria? You want to relocate back to Nigeria. Now we use Italy as a case study. The government say, okay, this money that you are putting together is the money that we want to be paying back to you in your pension age. So before you be qualified for pension, you must first of all work up to about 20 years here in Italy. If you don't work up to about 20 years, you will not be able to qualify for pension. So therefore, this video I'm going to separate it into two, like the question this woman asked now. Now, there are people that have not worked up to about 20 years. I will explain your own. Why there are people that have worked more than 20 years above. So if you have worked 20 years, like in the case of this woman, she has worked now 27 years, and you want to go back to Nigeria, they will not give you this money, but you can go back to Nigeria. You can relocate to Nigeria. But the bad news in it is that Nigeria does not have a bilateral social security agreement with most European countries. That is to say, normally as you are relocating back to your country, the whether Italian government or Belgian government are supposed to be able to transfer those your years of contribution, this amount, they're supposed to transfer it to Nigeria government. So when you now pension in your country, Nigeria government will start paying you. So Nigeria does not have this bilateral social security agreement with any of these European countries. So you cannot transfer this pension to Nigeria. So therefore, the money will still be with the Italian government or with the Belgian government, depending on the country that you reside. So when you now get to the pension age, like here in Italy, the pension age is 67 years. When you now get to 67 years, then you can come back and apply for your pension. And that money that you have put there, that 150,000 that I have put there, that 100,000 that you have put there, they will do the calculation and they will start paying you every month. Now, it is also not compulsory that you must come back to Italy to apply for this pension. While you are in Nigeria, you can still do the application directly from Nigeria without coming here. It is also possible. So that is for those of you that have worked more than 20 years. So that money is not lost. You can always get it back when you go for your pension. Now we now have another category of people that they don't meet this requirement because they say 20 years of contribution and you have worked for 19 years. So first thing I will advise you for before you relocate, please just try and meet up the minimum requirement of 20 years. It will favor you, just do it. But let's say peradventure you cannot wait. You cannot wait, you want to go now and you have worked for 19 years, you have worked for 15 years. What will now happen? Will they give you back this money? No, the fact that you can go back to Nigeria when you are now 71 years old, with they call it contribution for old pension. This one is not the normal pension that is 67 years. This one you can only get it in 71 years when you are now 71 years old. So and you have worked more than 5 years. I'm not talking about those that just work 2 years and you're relocating back. At least you have worked from 5 years above. So when you are now 71 years from Nigeria, you can come back and now apply for your pension and they'll do the calculation and they will still be paying you your money. If you don't also want to come back to Italy or Belgium or any country that you are, I'm just using Italy and the way it works here to explain it to you. Then even from Nigeria, you also can apply for this your contribution for old pension. You can still do it from Nigeria at age 71, and you have worked more than 5 years when you were staying in Italy. They will do the calculation for you, and they will still be paying you your pension from age 71 if we are still alive. Now that is when you are relocated to Nigeria. Let's assume you are not relocated to Nigeria, you are staying in Belgium, you want to relocate to UK. So if you relocate to UK, you can transfer those years of work, those money, those contributions, you can transfer it to the UK government. You add it to the one that you also be working in UK. Or you are living in UK. From UK, you want to relocate to Italy. So you can also transfer the one that you have worked in Italy, you can transfer it here, come and add it here. And the Italian government will also add their own to it. You add everything together and you start collecting it in your pension. But Nigeria does not have bilateral social security agreement with most of all these countries, so that's why you cannot do this transfer. So those money will still remain with the country that you reside now, whether Belgium, France, Spain, or Italy. The money will still remain with their government until you meet up the pension requirement. So let's say, for instance, you only worked for 4 years, so that money, that all the contribution that you paid, you just paid it to the government. You can There's nothing you can do concerning that particular one. So you must work for more than 5 years before you be qualified for old contribution pension, which you can get from the age of 71. So your normal pension, you must work more than 20 years here in Italy for you to be able to qualify for your normal pension that you can get at age 67. So please share this video so that you get to this lady and get to so many other people that have the intention of relocating back to Nigeria. And please encourage me by clicking on the subscribe button or the follow button. So as the followers grow, I will also be encouraged to do more videos like this. And don't forget to use tap send. That happens to be the best app everybody are now using to send money to Nigeria. If you put my promo code Heroes TV, they will dash you €5 in your first transaction. You can get tap send from Apple Store or from Play Store. Tap send happens to be the best app with the highest exchange rate. It is fast and it is reliable as well. Go and get tap send and you'll be glad you did. Thank you and God bless you.